disaster. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio with more.
Trump's visit to California came only hours after he discussed eliminating FEMA aid while in North Carolina, evaluating damage and recovery efforts from Hurricane Helene.
FEMA has really let us down.
The president is expected to sign an executive order to establish a task force charged with reviewing FEMA. The task force will issue reports to Trump on the agency and recommend changes. Trump does not have unilateral authority to eliminate FEMA, according to federal law. So if that task force recommends getting rid of FEMA, it would require congressional action.
A nationwide manhunt into who was behind a terrible swatting incident ends up in Racine.
Police in California were getting worrying 911 calls.
Just killed his mother. He's now holding a gun to his sister's head. She's unconscious. He knocked her out.
But the 911 caller made it all up. Everyone would realize it when the person responsible would taunt police and their victims through hacked Ring doorbell cameras. The Los Angeles District Attorney says the FBI tracked down a 23-year-old from Racine, Wisconsin, behind it all. 23-year-old Kaya Christian Nelson pled guilty in court Thursday to conspiracy and computer hacking. Julia Fellow, WTMJ News.
The Racine 23-year-old could face up to 15 years in federal prison. New Orleans got a record-breaking 10 inches of snow. So where does Milwaukee rank this season? TMJ meteorologist Brendan Johnson explains.
11.9 inches so far for our season. That is about maybe half of what we should have seen already to date. And then it's around a quarter of our total annual snowfall. So we're running behind, but we still do have more than half of our snow season to go.
When will we see snow next? Find out in our WTMJ 5-day forecast coming up at 7:05. Bob Ueckert was laid to rest in a private ceremony Friday. In a note from his family, they thank fans for allowing him to mourn privately. They also appreciate the countless heartfelt messages and memorials at his statue at American Family Field. The Ueckert family is working with the Brewers for a public celebration of life to come this summer. Ueckert died January 16th at the age of 90 after a short battle with small cell lung cancer. He would have turned 91 this upcoming Sunday. Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 7:03. This report is sponsored by Mr. Holland's Heating and Air Conditioning. Visit MrHollandsHeatingandAir.com.
107,471. Is that A, the number of minutes spent listening to your kids describe their favorite YouTuber's latest video? B, the combined number of calories you consume during football season? Or C, the number of households left without power during one of the last big winter storms? While A and B may be true, the real answer is C. But this winter, that 6-digit number can be reduced by 1 with your brand new whole house Generac generator from Mr. Holland's Home Services. We hardwire your new generator directly into your home's electrical system. Lights stay glowing, Wi-Fi goes on flowing, and your furnace keeps it going. All thanks to your new whole house Generac generator from Mr. Holland's Home Services. Oh, did I mention payments for as low as $99 a month? Call 866-992-1717 or visit MrHollandsHomeservices.com. Ready to power through another winter? We can help.
Hey, it's Jason Wilde for Excel Custom Decks. I at least like to think I'm an expert when it comes to football, but I know Excel are truly experts when it comes to the art of deck building. With the finest materials and products combined with their superior craftsmanship, they'll deliver exceptional quality and value on everything from backyard decks to pergolas and outdoor kitchens. If you can dream it, Rob and his family can build it. Family-owned Excel Custom Decks delivers decking excellence by design. Visit excelcustomdecks.com to learn more.
Hi, this is Julie Coombs and Cindy Storm Fisher with Storm Fisher Investment Group. Are you a retiring professional worried about the direction of our economy, about making your money last? Come see what we can do for you. Let us show you how we take care of you to help you have a great retirement. We are at 262-796-8400 or stormfisher.com. See you soon.
Securities offered through Osaic Wealth Inc. Member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through Osaic Advisory Services LLC. Osaic Advisory. Osaic Wealth and Osaic Advisory are separately owned, and other entities and/or marketing names, products, and services referenced here are independent of Osaic Wealth and Osaic Advisory.
Time for WTMJ's sports update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. Milwaukee Bucks play the LA Clippers in Los Angeles tonight. Tip-off is at 9:30 p.m. And the Marquette men's basketball team beat Villanova at Fiserv Forum Friday night. The Golden Eagles soared to win 87-74. And in Badger news, Wisconsin men's basketball faces off against Nebraska Sunday afternoon. Tip-off is at noon. And Wisconsin women's basketball takes on Minnesota Sunday afternoon in Minneapolis. Tip-off is at 2 p.m. Badger Sports Updates are sponsored by Siding Unlimited, siding, and a whole lot more. Take a look at your roads with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver traffic. No major incidents out on the roads at this time, so you should have a pretty clear drive this morning. All right, time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Sunday, we're going to see some sun early in the day with some scattered snow showers later in the day with a high of 33 degrees. Sunday will be mostly sunny and breezy and chilly with a high of 28 degrees. Monday's going to be partly cloudy, breezy with a chance of some evening snow showers on a high of 35 degrees. Tuesday will be partly cloudy, breezy with a chance of some snow showers on a high of 37 degrees. Right now in Madison, it's 20 degrees. In Green Bay, it's 22 degrees. In Waukesha, it's 18 degrees. And in Milwaukee, it's 20 degrees. I'm Sean Brenda, Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 7:07.
This is the Fix-It Show on WTMJ. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC. When it comes to home repairs, we could all use a guy. Well, we've got the guy, and we've got the show. For all your home improvement questions, we've got answers. This is the Fix-It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Now, here's your host, Dayton, Kane, and David Nason.
Welcome. Last show of January already.
Yes.
Time is flying by. How are you, David?
I am doing well, Dayton. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing good. I am ready. I'm going on vacation next week, so I'm counting the days.
Well,
literally, I've got a thing in my house that says 5 days till.
Right. I was going to say you're probably really busy trying to get stuff done, but this is a little bit of a slower time of the year.
A little slow this time of year, but
so
that's okay. I'll take it.
I'm busy.
So this time of year, it gets really cold, and everybody starts freaking out because weird things start happening to our house. So we're going to talk a little bit this hour about some things you can manage this time of year when it gets so cold and then it warms up and gets cold. You've been taking a course. We're going to talk a little bit about some of that.
Yeah,
and
learning stuff.
Yeah.
Doing some learning.
Milwaukee Boat Show today and tomorrow yet? Are you going to go buy a boat?
I have a boat. I don't need a bigger boat. No. Boats are a hole in the water that you dump money into. So I'm trying to keep that hole small enough. But I enjoy it, and I love to sail on other people's boats. So can't wait for the sailing season to start.
So as soon as the water breaks,
May. Yeah. In end of May, we're getting ready to get boats in the water and really start sailing the end of May on Lake Michigan.
All right, so we're planning on going to Florida, and we're going to be at Fort Myers. So we're going to be like an hour away from the Everglades. So we're going to go down and jump on one of those airboats.
Sure, we've
and
done
go
that.
through the air.
Yeah,
I've never done that,
cool.
so I'm looking forward to that. That should be fun. But so let's talk fixing stuff. So no guests this hour, so we can literally talk about anything that you have a question on. Like if you have something going on in your house and you want to know what's going on, we'll try to help you out. Siding Unlimited talk and text line is 855-616-1620. Went up into my daughter's attic this week, and there was just frost everywhere in their attic. I mean, it got really cold this week. Like to the point where things that normally might not happen were happening to people's houses, right? People, I've never seen this before. Well,
that's what happens when it gets cold.
Yeah, when it's 15 below and the wind chills are 40 below, houses have trouble keeping up with that.
Right. And in my opinion, and that's based on some of the learning that I was doing this week, I kind of had this opinion previously. Frost in your attic is largely caused by air leaking from your house.
So you got to seal up that ceiling.
Yeah, your ceiling. So I always have to, we need to seal, S-E-A-L, your ceiling, C-I-L-I-N-G. See, you do, so air sealing, S-E-A-L-I-N-G, your ceiling, you C-E-I-L-N-G. So all the holes in your ceiling, wherever there's an electrical fixture, your smoke detectors, the attic hatch, many times, you wouldn't believe how many times that I go to look in an attic and I pop the hatch open and it's a piece of drywall, piece of plywood or something.
It's a piece of plywood.
Absolutely no insulation on top of it.
Right.
And
it doesn't fit tight in there to begin with, so it's letting that air through.
And today, and I don't know if it's 10 years ago now, new construction, that opening is required to also be weather stripped. So the best thing to do, if you have a hatch, 2 foot by 2 foot hatch or something in your hall ceiling, your closet ceiling, get out, go get a sheet of 4x4, 4x8, 2-inch foam insulation, rigid insulation, and cut it into pieces that fit, that are the same size, literally, as that hatch, and stack them, glue them together, screw them together, fasten them together somehow. So you have at least maybe 4 or 5 layers on top of that hatch, and also get some of that kind of compressive type gray. It's got a sticky back on one side in weather stripping. Put that around that opening so that weight of that sits down and seals that opening. So that's something that an insulation contractor would do. Randy Miller and S&E Insulation, Wisconsin Home Improvement does Wisconsin Insulation. That's stuff they would do, but they would also go around and look where all the holes are. Many times your exhaust fans are leaking, they're not vented well, or they're going through an old plastic duct, and it really should be an insulated duct today. All that kind of, or the connection. Sometimes they were duct taped to the vent through the roof. It really should be with a hose clamp or
screws,
some kind of
tape,
mechanical fastener, and then the silver foil tape.
Right.
That sticks to anything.
So if you see a spot on your ceiling, it may not be a leaking roof. It may be a dripping
it's raining. It's
underneath your roof. Yeah, it's raining in your attic.
Not when it's cold, but is when it thaws. That's the same thing with freezing pipes. We started hearing stories about water leaks and things. It's not so much when it gets cold, it's when it starts to warm up.
Yeah, because then that crack in that pipe is suddenly that water is melting through.
When I worked at Kelman Restoration, we always knew that it wasn't the days that it got really cold that we were going to get busy. We were going to get busy as soon as it started to warm up. Because then the pipes start to thaw, and then you see where the leaks are.
Exactly. All right, we're going to take a break. 855-616-1620. If you have questions, 855-616-1620. I see a call coming in. We got some texts. It is the Fix It Show. Thank you for waking up nice and early with us on a Saturday on WTMJ.
You better watch your bag if you're not a made man around here.
You want to get me clipped?
Because everyone knows how we take care of business.
It's done.
The Bucks head to L.A. to take on the Clippers.
Comes a catch-and-shoot three from the corner, and Lillard splashes it through, fading out of bounds.
Our Bucks radio game day coverage starts tonight at 9. We are the home of the Bucks, WTMJ.
I'm Zach Emmons with Creative Construction of Wisconsin. Are you seeking an experienced, award-winning contractor who provides unmatched plaster and stucco services? As part of the 6th generation of our family-owned company, we have served the area for over 90 years, handling all types of stucco, interior, and ornamental plaster work, from small repairs and remodels to large residential projects. Creative Construction staff have the skills to deliver quality results. Featuring NARI certified professionals, our craftsmen match all plaster and stucco textures, adding custom touches as needed. Call 414-397-4072 or visit callcreativeconstruction.com for competitive pricing and a personalized approach. Creative Construction of Wisconsin. Cutting-edge stucco and plaster techniques with homegrown family values. Call 397-4072 or visit callcreativeconstruction.com.
This change has leveled us up while being able to maintain the same quality of service that we've always provided, with no upfront fees and 1.9% real estate commission. We're proud to be part of the Century 21 family, so you can move fearlessly with the added confidence of top-of-the-line marketing for maximum home exposure. And that means more eyeballs and the real potential for the highest price for your home. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated. First off, our 1.9% commission structure helps get their foot in the door, and that's why agents like working here. But what they really like is having the strongest marketing tools available, with the resources to help them sell homes at the highest prices to satisfy their clients. Century 21 Benefit Realty offers what agents like most, and that's to help them be successful. If you really want to believe in the business model that you're representing, give me a call. I'm Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty. Call me, and let's talk about your future. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Welcome to Staples.
I am so pumped. My business is going to kill it this year.
Awesome. How can I help?
First, a new computer.
With Staples Home and Office Hot Deals, you save big on tech.
And new posters.
Save on custom printing, too.
And,
a new chair?
A chair? Who has time to sit?
Maybe all your new clients?
Now you're talking.
With Staples Home and Office Hot Deals, you'll find huge savings on custom prints, storage, chairs, and tech. And now save up to $175 off your print order. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details. Ends 2/1.
Joe Montana here. In my football days, I knew the importance of a strong defense. Now I'm sharing how you can help defend your health against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease. Are you 50 or older like me? The CDC now recommends vaccination against pneumococcal disease. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at increased risk and over 6 times greater risk of hospitalization with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50. Schedule your appointment today at vaxassist.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
The Fix-It Show with Dayton, Kane, and David Nason on WTMJ.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Some afternoon showers possible today. A high of 33. Why does
Snow
that feel
showers.
balmy?
Yeah. Well, compared to...
You think snow showers? I think he just said showers in his forecast.
I bet you it's snow.
Snow.
But if you think about it, compared to what it was, it's almost 40 degrees warmer.
I know, it's crazy.
Than
I'll take it.
Obviously, Tuesday it was. I don't think it got above 0 on Tuesday.
Yeah, it was cold this week. My chicken survived. That was good.
Yeah. Our neighbors who are snowbirds. They live right behind us in the summer.
Yeah.
They live in Pensacola.
It's snowing there.
They sending us pictures. They got 9 inches of snow.
Oh my gosh, crazy. That'd be terrible.
Right.
Siding Unlimited, talk and text line 855-616-1620. Let's go to David in Menominee Falls. Good morning, David. Thanks for hanging on. What's your question?
I have a one-story house with a full basement, and I'm worried about water leaking in the basement. Not now, but in the future. I was thinking of putting a water alarm in near the water heater. That I think I can do. But if I want to put one near the sump is enclosed because of the radon system. What do I do there?
Well, I think you could still put one on the floor there. It is sealed, but if the pump stopped working, the water pressure, the hydrostatic pressure is will leak out and everything. By the way, I have 2 water alarms in my basement, and I have one by my water heater, like you do, and I have one by my main water service line. But I have an old house, and the water line coming in is old. The valves I got to get around to having that replaced. But I have the simple ones where they're just battery powered and they go off like a smoke detector. They were like $11, $12 or something. They do make some that are, I think, about $50, $60 that are Wi-Fi enabled, so that they can, if you're not home, you can have them notify you on your phone. So if you spend time away from your house traveling, snowbirding and everything, I think those are a great idea to have these down in areas where there's a potential for water leaks. Definitely.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're
Thanks
welcome.
for listening.
Thanks
Have
for
a great
call.
weekend. 855-616-1620. Let's go to Joe in Grafton. Good morning, Joe. What's your question?
Good morning. My question is, I'd like to get a ballpark price for insulating the bottom of a couple of bay windows that I have. I believe I got an awful lot of draft coming in from underneath there, and I think insulation down there would just solve the draft, and a little bit of frost on the wood.
Yeah.
And that's nice, beautiful oak wood. So just need a ballpark price to have 2 bay windows filled with foam in the bottom.
So I think you are absolutely correct, Joe.
Yeah.
And first, what you would probably want to have somebody do is to have them like roll on some kind of a liquid air barrier. If that, I mean, you can buy these products because you want to stop the air. Number one, so if there's any air leaking in, so if that can be exposed, let's say you can see the underside of the plywood of a bay, I would roll on an air barrier and then put the insulation on. You probably you might find a siding company that would do something like that. A company that does repairs.
Yeah.
Most siding companies they want to do your whole house or at least one side of your house and everything. But what I'm talking about is a company that does, say exterior remodeling repairs. Maybe All Right Home and Remodeling that we, Randy Miller that we had on there here in Milwaukee. But I'm guessing if you do some math and to make the math really easy, and it might be a little low, but at $100 an hour, you might have a couple guys. So 2 guys is $1,600 a day, right? We're doing math on the air. Danger, Will Robinson. $1,600 a day for 2 guys. And if you have 1 bay, they probably should be able to do that job in a day. And then you got a couple $100 in materials. So $1,500 to $2,000 is probably a ballpark price for that. Might be a little higher than that, but at least it's not like, well, that's only $200 or $300. It's not going to be that inexpensive. It's going to be closer to that $2,000, I think, to get it done right.
All right. Hey, thank you very much. I have an idea of my own.
Yeah.
And since it's a brick house, what I was going to do in the spring is seal up all the brick with spray it with clear Krylon and just spray it. That'll take care of the air issue, and then I still need to get it filled with foam.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the Krylon. I mean, if you really want to, if you got time,
it really works.
If you want to, yeah, I know.
It really works. But I've done it before in other spots.
Okay. Brick veneer is a mass wall. It's designed to hold moisture, and sealing it can, you gotta be aware of unintended consequences. So I don't know that product that well, but Building Science Corporation is a great company to look for. You can get all kinds of information. They have free information on their website. That's the company I just took this class through, Building Science Corp, or is it just buildingscience.com? I can't remember for sure. But I would look it up there.
All right, Joe. Thank you for calling. We appreciate you listening to the show. 855-616-1620 is the Siding Unlimited talking text line. No guests this hour, so we'll answer any question on any topic that you have. Literally.
Right.
Get personal with David. Find out all about him.
Well, we'll see where that goes.
All right. It is a Fix It Show on WTMJ. We'll be right back.
If you're living with joint pain in your shoulders, hips, elbows, and knees, and you have Medicare or Medicaid insurance, coming to Rejuvenex to solve your pain problems is something you should strongly consider. First off, because our FDA-approved pain treatments have been shown in many cases to be highly effective at reducing inflammation and substantially alleviating pain. Secondly, Medicare and Medicaid cover Rejuvenex treatments, so your cost could be nothing, or next to nothing at all. Chronic pain will only worsen with age. This leads to a far more compromised lifestyle, depression, and soon they start talking surgery. And then what? You have to get in front of arthritis and chronic pain, because the sooner you do, by letting us begin to calm those pain points, the better. I'm Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas, and we can alleviate your pain so you can rejuvenate your life. Go to Rejuvenex.com to request your free pain evaluation.
WTMJ's Vince Vitrano here for Shopco Optical. Start the new year right. Use your vision benefits and schedule your annual comprehensive eye exam. You can check out new frame styles and order your annual supply of contact lenses all in one place. Shopco Optical is committed to quality eye care and will create personalized vision solutions tailored to your specific vision and lifestyle needs. New year, new you, new style. Call Shopco Optical or visit shopco.com to schedule an appointment at a location nearest you.
If you're a woman looking to take control of your financial future, you are not alone. Women are leading the way in business and managing household finances, but challenges still exist. That's why Annex Wealth Management presents the Women in Wealth series every third Thursday. It'll empower you with knowledge and resources to succeed. Join us for collaborative discussions, community building, and learn about key areas of financial planning. Women in Wealth events are free every third Thursday. Sign up at annexwealth.com/events and bring a friend.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here, asking you to join me in October as my wife and I explore the magical kingdoms of Southeast Asia, from the villages of Vietnam and the temples of Cambodia to the friendly locals of Laos and the beachside resort in stunning, lively Thailand. I hope you'll join us for this unforgettable journey. ancient and mysterious worlds of rural landscapes, bustling cities, and fascinating history in Vietnam. Explore the Chu Chi tunnels used by the Viet Cong. Experience a street food adventure through Hanoi and cherish the serenity of Hai Long Bay on a beautiful boat ride. Bangkok in Thailand, the beaches in Thailand, history, tradition, food. If you'd like more information on this great trip, send me an email. john.mercure@wtmj.com. john.mercure@wtmj.com. It's Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos. I'm super jazzed about this trip. Send me an email. I send you the info. john.mercure, MERCURE, @wtmj.com.
David Nason and Dayton Kane. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Thank you for joining us, Dayton Kane and David Nason, having a fine, warm Saturday morning here with you. When I say warm, I mean like 20.
Right.
So, Isaac's trying to tease us with these
music theme.
but I'm not catching it yet.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see as we go through the day. All right, we got a text here at 855-616-1620. Looking at radon test kits online, I ran across mold detection kits. When does one know that mold testing should be done in the basement?
How can a person identify which tests are reliable? Well, first of all, it is Radon Action Month. And so good for you. Good on you for looking into that and doing some testing. So Radon Action Month means do something. Put a mitigation system in. You just go ahead and put one in if you want, or at least have a test done.
Sure.
Go to lowradon.org. That'll take you to the Wisconsin's Department of Health and Safety website. Talks about radon and mold. And so generally on that site, what it is that if you have less than 10 square feet of mold in your house somewhere, you should clean it up yourself. Talks about it on there, are some steps to take. Years ago, it was like, okay, bleach, water and bleach and everything. No. You want warm, soapy water. You want a detergent that's going to clean it. So Dawn dish soap is something that Dawn's probably making millions on all this and clean up mold. So if it's a small amount, you can clean the surface of it depending what it is. If it's on a wall somewhere, maybe in a closet, on a down low, on a cold wall or something in your bathroom.
Saw pictures of that this week.
In a bathroom.
Maybe go check my closet.
Right. Houses, these ranch houses where the closets hang over the foundation on the end of the house in the corners because the doors are closed, the closets don't have any heat in them, and they get cold. And especially if you have a lot of clothes in there on the floor or something, you got to take the stuff off the floor, but then in the really coldest days, open the doors a little bit so you get some air in there. So you'll get some surface mold on the walls in those corners. And they probably weren't insulated very well back then. If you have a little bit of mold, clean it up yourself. Maybe if you have some sensitivities, put a mask on for sure. But then once it's clean, then you can disinfect it with bleach. That's a good disinfectant. And then prime and paint it, stain blocking primer, kills bin, something like that, and paint it. So how do you know when you should test it? It's going to be, again, if it's a larger amount, you might have some on your ceiling joist or your floor joist in your basement. You know, that gets a little trickier for the average person to do some cleaning on. It might take a little bit more. If you're feeling I said this before, everybody's a little more has different sensitivities to mold. So one person I come home from work in my house and every night I'm plugged up and I wake up and I go to work and I'm fine. Well, maybe there's something going on in your house. Or if it's the vice versa, there's something going on in my place of work, but I don't want to go there. But there are companies that can do assessments for you. Environmental Initiatives is one that you could call, and they can do an assessment for you. Again, I think you can find information on that Department of Health and Safety website for the state of Wisconsin. Just do some simple searching. Lowradon.org will take you to the radon section, but they also talk extensively about mold.
All right, good questions. Keep them coming. 855-616-1620. It is a Fix-It Show. We go to the WTMJ Breaking News Center with Sean Brinda. Good morning, Sean. How are you?
Fine, thanks, Dayton. A man dies after crashing his car into a house in Marinette County. The crash happened along Highway 180 just before 11 p.m. Thursday night in the town of Porterfield. The 23-year-old Brady Walters of Marinette failed to negotiate a curve, going off the road into a ditch and eventually hitting a house. He wasn't wearing a seatbelt and died at the scene. Alcohol and speed may have contributed to the accident. And another headliner comes to Camp Randall. Country music star Morgan Wallen will be stopping in Madison for the I'm the Problem Tour 2025 on Saturday, June 28th. Special guests include Miranda Lambert and Ella Langley. Tickets go on sale on January 28th, which is next Tuesday. The show will come before alternative rock group Coldplay comes to the Camp Randall on July 19th for his Music of the Spheres World Tour. Those tickets sold out in hours. All right, take a look at your roads with your WTMJ Johnson Sons Paving Time Saver traffic. No major incidents out on the road at this time, so you should have a smooth drive this morning. Well, we do have one incident at I-4394 north from the ramp from 6th to Mineral Street. Right lane is blocked due to a disabled vehicle at this time.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee. Milwaukee Mattress, where top quality mattresses are priced hundreds less than premium national mattress brands. Found exclusively at Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, and downtown Milwaukee.
All right, time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. It will be mostly cloudy, a little bit breezy with some flurries, low in 17. And then later on Sunday, we'll have a high of 26, low 23. It'll still be sunny. Monday, we'll have a low of 37 degrees. Tuesday's going to be a low of 31, but a high of 39, partly cloudy. And Wednesday, we'll see some snow showers with a high of 31 and a low of 17 degrees. Right now, in Eau Claire, it is 22 degrees. In Palmyra, it's 19 degrees. And in Milwaukee, it's 20 degrees. I'm Sean Brunda. October the WTMJ News Time is 7:32.
Sun, 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 fun, fun, fun. Sun, 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 every kind of boat under the sun.
That boat show music is back, and so is Wisconsin's largest boat show. Everything from family runabouts, ski and surf boats, fishing boats, luxury pontoons, and more Great Lakes cruisers and motor yachts. Get that boat and get that deal. Shop for skis, boards, and tubes at the Tubers Truckload Sale. Check MilwaukeeBoatShow.com. January 17 through 26, State Fair Park. Closed Monday and Tuesday.
For over a century, local radio has evolved with the needs of the community. From politics to pop culture, we keep you informed, bringing you the most relevant news, online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Whether it's 24/7 emergency service or it's just time to replace your furnace, at Quality we'll be out so fast you won't even notice the heat being off. And if you're buying a high-efficiency furnace from Armstrong or Carrier, you'll qualify for state and federal tax rebates that'll pay for a big chunk of the cost. This is Anthony Zanevsky from Quality, where you'll get the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality, heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric. If you like being prepared like I do, you know the value of a generator. When the power goes out, it's a terrible inconvenience. And that's why Quality installs effortless whole home generators that give you power when everybody else's is out. This is Anthony Zanevsky from Quality, where you'll get the signature service you deserve and whole home generators that make power outage fears subside.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality, heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
Like a user's manual on the radio. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Wow, this is LL Cool J, not too out. Theme-wise, though, I don't know. We'll have to keep listening, Isaac. Isaac is teasing us this morning with bumper music. We're supposed to be finding a theme. So if you catch the theme, text us and let us know. 855-616-1620. Let's go to another one here. It says, insulation around the trapdoor to the attic is one recommendation David made. We were talking about that earlier. Wasn't there something else as well? Caulk. So two things you mentioned there. So caulking around all the openings.
Right.
So ceiling fans, exhaust fans, light fixtures, anything in the ceiling that can be caulked around. Right. Do you do that from underneath or from above? Both?
Well, if you were building a new house, you definitely, what I've seen some new builders do is before they put in the blown-in insulation, they'll have the the insulation contractor, it might be the same contractor that's doing because all new homes have spray foam, expanding spray foam in the box sills in the basement, above your foundation wall. They spray foam that. They'll then go up into the attic after the drywall's in, before they blow in the insulation, and they just hit around all the light fixtures and actually on top of walls. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, right.
You could probably find some pictures online where somebody has done some thermal imaging, and you can see where all the heat loss is, and it's from your walls. Your walls leak, your interior walls.
Sure.
Because there's electrical and plumbing in those walls. The plumbers and electricians are supposed to be caulking around all the holes they drill through, studs and everything, but maybe something doesn't get missed or doesn't get done as well, or it's missed. So you can see the tops of all the walls, and they'll go and spray all that, and then they blow the insulation.
Sure.
That's before. If you're doing it afterwards, it's probably easiest to try to do it from the underside. So if you can take a fixture down carefully and caulk around the box, you're trying to do the best you can. That's with a lot of things within an existing house, is do the best you can. Whether it's grading around the outside of your house, maintaining things around your house, you do the best you can without going through great lengths, spending tons and tons of money. Do the best you can.
When it comes to the attic hatch, you're not going to caulk that shut.
No.
That's where you were talking about the
foam insulation.
You can tape
weather
to
stripping.
it, weather strip it so that when the weight of it holds it down, it
Right.
seals around there.
Yeah.
So that's what they did when they insulated my attic. They had to do all these things you're talking about.
Right.
They did.
Interestingly enough, I think the code reads that the attic hatch has to be weather stripped or caulked, but caulking pretty much makes it a little difficult to get in later.
Right. Two questions on this text at 855-616-1620. How do ceiling exhaust fans get exhausted, and what insulation contractors could you recommend for insulating my attic southwest side of Milwaukee?
So the second part, the S&E insulation, part of All Right Home and Remodeling, S&E insulation in Milwaukee, and then also Wisconsin Home Improvement. It used to be just Wisconsin Insulation, but they do home improvements and insulation, another good company.
Yep.
I think they did your attic, right?
No.
I'm sorry.
But they do a great job.
Yeah,
we work with them a lot at Siding Unlimited.
Okay,
so.
sorry.
All right, let's go.
Well, the first part, how do exhaust fans get exhausted? Well, they have a duct connected to the fan that goes either through the gable wall or through the roof. And again, that duct should be mechanically fastened to the fan and to the vent through the roof, and the duct should be insulated. And as short as possible.
Some of them just recirculate air. You got to know which one you have, above a stove.
And there's some other options. I saw a really big house this last week that had we've talked about these ERVs, and that was up in the attic, and that was being used to exhaust the 4 bathrooms in the house on the main floor.
Interesting.
So they were remote, very quiet, because the fan's not right on your ceiling there.
Sure.
So there are different
cool.
ways of doing it, and all insulated ductwork, kind of this spider web of ductwork up there. So it was pretty cool.
All right, let's go to Tom in Tosa. Good morning, Tom. What's your question?
Yes. Good morning, gentlemen. We're going to go on a month's vacation, and I don't know, is it a good idea? I have a gas hot water heater to shut that off for a month, or because it won't really be used, is it all right just to leave it on?
So a water heater works on demand. So if nobody's there turning the hot water on, the water is just going to sit. You could turn it off if you want, or turn it way down to the vacation mode, so that when you get back, unless you have somebody who can go in your house the day before you get back to turn it back up, but when you get back, it won't take as long to heat up. One thing that I learned recently, talked about this I think 2 weeks ago, make sure when you get back to flush your water heater. Now we've talked about, do you have to flush your water heater once a year or something? But the concern here is that for a month, the hot water in your water heater can actually grow bacteria. Not saying for sure, but it is a possibility. I was given some information by a plumber, Jesse Canizaro, from the CDC, where they have some studies done where the water in your water heater, after a week even, can become unhealthy.
So, Tom, are you shutting the water off in the house before you leave, the main water and then draining the pipes? Or do you have somebody coming in and watching the house and turning stuff on once in a while?
Well, we're going to have somebody keep an eye on the house, and of course, it's hard to forecast what kind of months we're going to have. We're leaving in a week, so I think we'll just have somebody keep an eye on the place and monitor the heat, so we won't have an issue.
Gotcha.
You know, if we do, we could stay on top of it.
I would still turn the water off, and
unless they're living there.
Yeah, unless they're living there, and I don't want to imply anything, but your best friend could be watching your house, but if they're driving by, oh yeah, it looks fine, everything, unless they're going in your house on a daily basis, it's not their house, it's your house, it's
right.
You own it and everything. I just I wouldn't put that on my friend. And I come back and something happens and you're like, hey, you were watching my house, I would at least turn the water off in my house. And like Dayton said, open maybe the faucet in the utility sink in the basement or something, and at least drain the water. That's just, I worked for 8 years in fire and water restoration. The stuff that you see is bad.
Yeah, if those pipes burst,
I don't want to. Yeah, it's just, it can be really bad if you have a water loss while you're gone.
Sure. Well, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
all right, Tom.
All right, gentlemen.
Have a good vacation.
Yeah. Thanks for calling.
Listening.
Have fun.
855-616-1620 is the Siding Unlimited talk and text line. It got so cold those 3 days in a row. I actually, underneath two of my sinks, the pipes are on the exterior wall because it's a kitchen and a utility sink that are there. Well, the utility sink probably comes up underneath. Anyway, it gets cold under those cabinets because it's an older home. I don't think there's any insulation in the walls right there. I actually propped open my cabinets just to make sure that warm air was getting in there because I didn't want my pipes to. The last thing I need is something else to go wrong in that house, right? So I'm like, all right, we're going to prop this open just to make sure the hot air can
definitely a good
get
idea.
in there. And
older home like that, yes. A lot of like Milwaukee bungalows, Cape Cods, that kind of thing. Brick exterior, like we were talking about a little bit before. There's an air gap, air space designed to be there behind the brick for air and water to drain. Well, an older house that's not sealed up like it is today, that air can also get into the walls. And like you said, if there's missing or not much insulation, those pipes under there can freeze. So a little bit after the fact, but we might get some more cold weather again. Yep. So that's good advice for people.
All right, we're going to take a break. Love to hear from you. It is the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
With the help of Less's Glass, you can have the shower you've always wanted. Heavy glass shower enclosures from Less's Glass are installed by the best in the business. And when you have a showroom to visit with over a dozen glass shower enclosures on display, there's no guessing games. See the ultimate in frameless shower design with doors mounted on smooth as silk, stainless steel barn-style rollers. This design combines the beauty and elegance of heavy glass with a minimalist look to create an ideal shower enclosure for tight spaces. Premium shower doors and custom-designed all-glass enclosures. When you work with Less's Glass, you're working with a company that really can do it all. This is Stacy Sinks with Less's Glass Service. If it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Less's Glass. Less's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lessglassservice.com.
With the ability to market luxury homes on a higher scale than ever before, Century 21 Benefit Realty has taken a huge step forward to tap into a global network of buyers. Maximum exposure to spotlight your unique home with our fine homes and estates marketing so you can sell it for the highest price. And with no upfront fees and 1.9% real estate commission, you win. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated. First off, our 1.9% commission structure helps get their foot in the door, and that's why agents like working here. But what they really like is having the strongest marketing tools available, with the resources to help them sell homes at the highest prices to satisfy their clients. Century 21 Benefit Realty offers what agents like most, and that's to help them be successful. If you really want to believe in the business model that you're representing, give me a call. I'm Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty. Call me, and let's talk about your future. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Start the new year off right with a new Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhafels. Right now, you can get a new Tempur-Pedic for just $52 per month when you use Steinhafels 60-month financing. Plus, you get $300 in Steinhafels cash. Shop in-store or on steinhafels.com.
Your home can be more maintenance-free when you rely on J&B.
This is Tom Feza. When I need information about siding, I call Scott Klein, owner of J&B Construction, provider of high-quality exterior home improvement products and services since 1958.
I'm Scott Klein. If you're tired of painting or your siding is beyond repair, it may be time to look at the advantages of a new siding system. Additional insulation, along with Tyvek's weatherization system, can significantly improve your home's energy efficiency while protecting it from water and air infiltration. We offer a variety of siding products, all installed by J&B's certified employees, which will provide decades of performance and beauty.
For a complimentary siding evaluation, call Scott at 262-437-0537 or visit jnbconstruction.com.
Your home can be more maintenance-free when you rely on J&B.
WTMJ's The Fix-It Show with David Nason and Dayton Kane.
Beautiful, balmy 33 degrees for a high today. We will see some afternoon showers. I mean, is it just hip-hop? Is that the theme today, Isaac?
It's a little more specific.
90s hip-hop?
You're getting there.
2000s hip-hop. All right, we'll keep listening. We'll keep
80s hip-hop.
No.
No, there's no such thing as 80s
Oh, yeah,
hip-hop,
there is.
there?
Late 80s is when it really took off.
Okay.
That's when I was in high school, I was listening to rap. We didn't call it hip-hop back then. Unless
who was that? Run DMC? Were they like
Run
one
DMC,
of the first ones?
they were one of the ones that made it popular.
Yeah.
Made it more mainstream.
Salt and Pepper?
Beastie Boys, Salt and Pepper. KRS-One, you probably never heard of that guy.
No.
De La Soul.
No.
All right. Anyway, let's keep going here. Siding Unlimited talking text line 855-616-1620. By the way, I see why you're doing that. I was wearing my Def Jam sweatshirt today. Is that all Def Jam artists?
Yeah, there you go.
This is old OG. Look at this sweatshirt. This thing's probably like 15 years old.
Okay.
But that finally clicked. Nice one, Isaac. I like it. All right, let's go to this one. It says, how to insulate an interior electric outlet on an outside wall.
Yeah, so you don't insulate the interior of the outlet box. You need to, so again, once drywall's on the wall, it can be a little difficult to accomplish what you really need if you got air, if you feel air. They sell these foam
I was just gonna
things
ask
that
about
you can
those.
put behind the cover plate. It probably helps a little bit, but
A 0.01 R value.
Yeah, but it really
probably stops the breeze or the
it
air
needed to be
flow.
done before the drywall's on, where wherever the electrician's drilling a hole these days. If you go into new construction after all the electrical and plumbing is done and heating before they insulate, you're going to see every hole through a stud is caulked. Basically, what we're trying to stop is air. And then again, this class that I just took, that was one of the biggest things. We got to control or stop air movement, because when air moves, moisture goes with it. So we're trying to stop airflow inside our walls. So if there's a way you can get some foam, spray foam around that box, that's fine. You'd probably want to use the type of spray foam that's designed for windows and doors, because it's a low expansion. If you use the regular spray foam and you're just dumping it, like spraying because you're not seeing it squeeze out, next thing you know, you could blow out your drywall. So you don't want to do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
So use the low expansion stuff, but try to get around.
Really quickly, let's answer this before we get to our final break of the hour. Should foam be applied around holes made for plumbing between the kitchen and the basement?
So same thing about question people, should I insulate my basement ceiling? Only if you want to control the sound between your basement. If you have a rec room down there and say a living room or a bedroom above, insulating, sealing things between conditioned spaces, and believe it or not, your basement's considered conditioned compared to your attic, and attic is not conditioned. Your ceiling is insulated, your walls are insulated, your foundation is kind of insulated, it's below ground. That's the envelope of your house, if you can picture that envelope. And anything in between those rooms, between rooms, So a side-by-side room, 2 bedrooms, a living room, a family room, a living room, bedroom kind of thing is really just for sound. It's not saving you any energy by insulating those walls or that floor or anything. So even between first and second floors, just not saving you any energy.
One more segment before we're joined by Eric Brown from Outdoor Living Unlimited. Get your calls and texts in at 855-616-1620. The Fix It Show is on WTMJ.
We get it. You're on the go, and life gets in the way. Stay up to date on all things WTMJ with podcasts of every show. Available on WTMJ.com. And don't forget you can stream WTMJ online and watch your favorite WTMJ shows on YouTube. Every show, when you want it, no matter where you are. We are Wisconsin's radio station, News Radio 620 WTMJ.
You're right, and I'll agree. It does sound too good to be true, but offering you affordable treatment that alleviates pain, which really does work, that we've seen in most cases insurance paid for in full, is a definite reality. It's pain relief, really. And these are FDA-approved treatments. They're safe and proven to reduce inflammation and alleviate pain. Yeah, you'll have to get a couple of shots, and I know that can scare people. But the needle is extremely small. And after giving shots like this hundreds of thousands of times, you'll see we make it very easy. You're going to feel the relief that our powerful pain relief agents give you. They're pain relief drugs that solve pain problems. And the way I feel is that Rejuvenex should be the first stop for anyone living with pain in shoulders, hips, elbows, and knees. At $65 per joint, per injection, it's probably the most affordable pain relief option available that actually works. Rejuvenex Google reviews will tell you more.
Is outdoor living limited at your place? Imagine a deck, patio, pergola, fire pit, and maybe even an outdoor kitchen in your yard. Outdoor Living Unlimited is a local family-owned company that consults, designs, and builds these things. They're the best. Let them make outdoor living unlimited in your yard. We are Wisconsin, and we live outdoors as much as possible. Make the most of it with help from Outdoor Living Unlimited. See OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
I'm Dr. Jasmine Zapata, Chief Medical Officer for Community Health at the Wisconsin Department of Health Services. Every year in the U.S., about 21,000 lung cancer deaths are caused by radon, an odorless, tasteless, and colorless gas. 1 in 10 Wisconsin homes has high levels of radon. Does yours? Call 1-888-LOW-RADON or visit lowradon.org to learn more. Test, fix, save a life.
Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
Church and Chapel Funeral Homes. Several locations, several choices. Church and Chapel Funeral Homes. There's one near you.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. So I was looking at some of the bushes that have overgrown on my property, and I love our yard, but I need dormant pruning. That's what takes place during the winter when it's safe to cut back things so you have healthier trees and bushes around your house. Check right now to see if you've got stuff scraping against the siding or needs to be cut back, and schedule it now. Design Build landscaping projects are a year-round topic. Landworks Wisconsin does it the right way every time. They help people achieve their outdoor dreams by creating beautiful landscapes. I love these guys. LandworksWisconsin.com. Check them out today.
In a recent study, over 1/3 of millionaires predicted their ability to feel financially secure in retirement is going to take a miracle. At Annex Wealth Management, we believe a plan, not a miracle, will help increase your retirement confidence. Our team of experts gets to work using leading-edge technology to build comprehensive plans covering investment, retirement, tax, and estate planning. And Annex doesn't have products to push with hidden fees or commissions. There's too much of that already. Annex is a fee-only fiduciary. More planning, fewer miracles. Know the difference. AnnexWealth.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. Get her done. It's the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
To the Izzo, to the Izzy. Little Jay-Z going. I like it. All right. Dayton, Kane, and David Nason. David rolling his eyes at me as we play some hip-hop from Def Jam artists today. Nice. You're observant, Isaac. Yes. Okay, so let's talk about this. You are an inspector.
Right.
BestInspectionsLLC.com is your website. You see stuff all the time. You're always going through houses, what can you all inspect? Like, you obviously know a lot. You've been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
Is there anything you don't inspect where you're just like, nope, not going to do that?
So I really don't get into commercial stuff. I mean, I have done some with the help of another inspector a few years ago. Did a couple bars, a church, that kind of thing. But that's really not my
a church that got turned into a bar.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I understand that construction a little bit, but I just not
different rules too, probably.
Well, yeah, a little bit. It's an ASTM versus Wisconsin. We have standards for a home inspection. So what can I inspect? Really? So I do home inspections and consulting work. So those are basically, if it's not a home inspection, it's consulting work, because a home inspection, Wisconsin has standards and says, this is what we have to do. This is the report you have to prepare. It has to follow these standards. It has to meet all these criteria for to be a home inspector. You have to be a licensed home inspector to do that. If you're not doing a quote-unquote home inspection, but let's just say you have 40 years of construction knowledge, you've listened, you studied everything this Joe Steebrook has taught you, understand all that, and you want to do forensic, investigation type inspections for people who are having problems, you can do that. And that's the type of work that I consider my consulting. So I could go and just look at your roof. I'm not an expert on roof, but I understand all that. I'm more of an expert on exteriors, sidings, claddings, eaves, stone veneer, stucco, that kind of thing, if you're having a problem with that. I can also come in and just look at, let's say you want an understanding, an independent opinion, not from a contractor, evaluation of the mechanicals in your house. You want to know how old they all are, what you should be looking at. I could do that and just give you a simple report on that. Most of the time, the interior of your house, most houses, is in really good shape. That's where we live. So you see that. So you're able, okay, I got to paint, I got to keep things clean and everything. Not too many problems with that. Windows, I mean, if you wanted just an evaluation of windows, I can do that. But if you're looking for like energy efficiency of windows or performance, that's probably better done by somebody who does like home energy audits. Somebody's using thermal imagery. From a window standpoint, it's an installation is what I would be able to talk about more.
Which is very important, by the way.
Right.
When getting new windows, that's important.
Exactly.
So, okay. I bet next hour we're going to be talking condensation with Eric Brown. Although, if we're doing Outdoor Living Unlimited, he may be getting us set up for looking outside and doing decks and stuff. So we'll see.
Talk a little bit about
we'll see where we go with him. Right. He's in next. We'll do that next hour. That does it for hour number 1.
This has been The Fix-It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests, and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC.
Are you dreaming of updating the outside of your home? Add a project with J&J Contractors to your Christmas list this year. Family owned and operated since 1983, J&J Contractors specializes in roofing, windows, siding, and doors. Don't wait to start thinking about your exterior. Let them do the work on the outside now so you can enjoy it once spring is here. Schedule your free consultation today. Just Google J&J Contractors or call 414-423-9200. J&J Contractors. Welcome home.
The county just requested more electric charging stations.
Orders have really amped up at Able Electric.
We need 3 more at First in Maine, and we just got another hotel chain.
It's no shock. Able Electric needs able electricians.
Grocery store wants charging stations too.
And fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful
Whatever you love, find it on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
Time's ticking on Heiser's Drive into 2025 sales event. The clock is literally running out on remaining 2024 models. We're making room for new rides, which means huge savings just for you. Shop online or race in today and get a new vehicle for way less than expected. With low payments, special financing, and immediate delivery, you'll start 2025 in style without breaking the bank. But hurry, because once they're gone, they're gone. Visit Heiser.com now for all of the details and get ready to roll into the new year with a celebratory deal.
See dealer for complete details.
The Bucks are West Coast bound to sail on by the Clippers.
Rebound taken by Lillard, and that gives him the triple-double. And now give him an 11th assist as he sends it up top for Giannis, who lays it in.
Our coverage starts tonight at 9. We are your home for the Milwaukee Bucks. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
At 8 o'clock, it is 22 degrees in Milwaukee. Saturday, we're going to see some clearing skies with a high of 35. Tonight, we'll see some gradual clearing. It'll be cool and breezy with a low of 11 degrees. Sunday will be sunny and breezy and chilly with a high of 26. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Sean Brenda. One person is dead and 2 people are in the hospital after 3 separate shootings Friday night and Saturday morning. The first shooting occurred just before 11 p.m. when a 30-year-old victim was shot at an unknown location. The second shooting happened at 11:45 p.m. near the intersection of 49th Street and West Mill Road, where a 33-year-old died from a fatal gunshot. And the third shooting took place just after 2 a.m. Saturday morning near the corner of 25th and Monroe Streets, where a 39-year-old suffered a non-fatal gunshot. Milwaukee police are continuing their investigation of all 3 incidents and continue to search for suspects. President Trump waking up in Las Vegas to rally supporters later today. In the meantime, his deportation agenda is unfolding. ABC's Selena Wang travels with the president.
Trump's deportation campaign kicking off, the White House posting photos of migrants in chains boarding military jets.
Deportation's going very well. We're getting the bad, hard criminals out.
The flights landed in Guatemala carrying roughly 160 people. This as Trump deploys 1,500 active duty troops to build new barriers along the southern border and help with detection and monitoring.
Milwaukee Youth Symphony Orchestra is expecting the arrival of historic instruments this fall. They're the next to host for Violins of Hope, a collection of stringed instruments that Jewish musicians and others targeted by the Nazis owned and played during the Holocaust. MYSO CEO Linda Edelstein tells WTMJ.
Many of them are playable, and you will hear them. You'll hear them play their stories. And some of them are not. They are held only in exhibition. So the residency will include performance and exhibition where you can get close to the instruments.
The instruments have appeared in residencies around the world for over a decade. And promoting water safety with a squirrel on skis.
That's what Twiggy, the world-famous water skiing squirrel, is doing at the Milwaukee Boat Show this week. She glides across a small pool fitted with a life vest made out of a beer koozie. But sometimes a squirrel is unpredictable.
One show, we actually had a Twiggy jumped out, went into the tallest tree that she could find, and we had to call the fire department to get her out.
Her handler, Charles Best, tells WTMJ the current water safety spokes animal is actually the 10th iteration of Twiggy.
Twiglet is her real name. She's 7 years old. She was my first squirrel when I took over after my mom retired.
Jessica Gatso, WTMJ News.
Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 8:04. This report is sponsored by Mr. Holland's Heating and Air Conditioning. Visit MrHollandsHeatingandAir.com.
What are 3 things you can do during a frozen Wisconsin winter? Well, you can go skiing, or do some ice fishing, or you can take a tropical vacation with Mr. Holland's Home Services. No, despite the rumors, we're not adding a travel agency to our robust roster of services. But with Mr. Holland's help, you can enjoy a tropical getaway this winter without ever leaving your home. Bring the heat of the beach into your abode with our top-notch heating repair, replacement, and maintenance. Relax to the soothing sounds of gently cascading water provided by our prestigious plumbers. Bask in the warm glow of revitalizing light, courtesy of Mr. Holland's expert electricians. Heating, plumbing, and electric. Or as we like to call it, the trifecta of tranquility. Escape to the tropics and rejuvenate your January with Mr. Holland's Home Services. 866-992-1717 or visit MrHollandsHomeservices.com. Want to say aloha to Total Home Comfort? We can help.
People saw me and assumed I couldn't work. They only saw a disability, but I was ready to work. I am dependable, trainable, and productive. Then someone decided to believe in me and say yes.
And once you say yes, Thinkability Wisconsin will be there, providing transition and workforce support for people with disabilities and their employers to help shape a better future for all. It all starts when you say yes. Join the movement at thinkabilitywi.org.
Hey, John Mercure here for Guthrie and Fry Water Conditioning. My reverse osmosis system in my house is fantastic. The water I drink, the water we feed the dogs, the water we cook with is crisp, clean, and clear thanks to Guthrie and Fry's RO system. It's the best in the business. It's affordable, it's effective, and you'll feel a lot better. It's all about the science. They know at Guthrie and Fry that better water makes a big difference. Southeast Wisconsin's #1 choice and my choice is Guthrie and Fry Water Conditioning.
Better water makes a big difference. Guthrie and Fry.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber offices. One call, that's all sports test. The Milwaukee Bucks play the LA Clippers in Los Angeles tonight. Tip-off is at 9:30 p.m. The Marquette men's basketball team beat Villanova at Pfizer Forum Friday night. The Golden Eagles soared to win 87-74. And in Badger news, the Wisconsin men's basketball team faces off against Nebraska Sunday afternoon. Tip-off is at noon. And Wisconsin's women basketball takes on Minnesota Sunday afternoon in Minneapolis. Tip-off is at 2 p.m. Badger Sports Updates are sponsored by Siding Unlimited, siding, and a whole lot more. Take a look at your roads with your WTMJ Johnson Sons Paving Time Saver traffic. No major incidents out on the road at this time, so you should have a safe drive this morning.
This report is sponsored by the Milwaukee Boat Show at State Fair Park.
Don't miss the Milwaukee Boat Show, January 17 through 26, State Fair Park. See over 300 boats from more than 80 manufacturers. Get that boat and get that deal.
All right, time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Now, we'll see some gradual clearing. It'll be cool and breezy with a low of 11 degrees. Sunday's going to be sunny and breezy and chilly with a high of 26 degrees. Monday is going to be windy and partly cloudy with a high of 38 degrees. Tuesday is going to be breezy and partly cloudy with a slight chance of evening snow showers and a high of 38 degrees. And Wednesday will be partly cloudy with a slight chance of light snow and a high of 34 degrees. Right now in Milwaukee, it's 20 degrees. In Green Bay, it's 21 degrees. In Waukesha, it's 21 degrees. And in Milwaukee, it's 22 degrees. I'm Sean Brenda. Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 8:08.
This is the Fix-It Show on WTMJ. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC. When it comes to home repairs, we could all use a guy. Well, we've got the guy, and we've got the show. For all your home improvement questions, we've got answers. This is the Fix-It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Now, here's your host, Dayton, Kane, and David Nason.
Hour number 2, thank you for joining us on a beautiful Saturday morning. Eric Brown from Outdoor Living Unlimited just walked in. Is it warming up out there?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, compared to what? It was
compared to
minus
10 below.
minus 15 degrees to 20.
Yeah.
At least that's what my truck said. I don't know where
it's almost 40 degrees warmer from Tuesday.
Yeah, for sure. Where's the little digital? Don't they have the
Not in this studio. We used to.
Yeah.
The old studio had a temperature.
But no, it's 20 degrees.
I mean,
I'm
they
good
probably
with that.
got all kinds of flooding going on down in Louisiana and Florida and
As it
everything
all
from all the
melts?
snow's melting.
My daughter's attic is flooding right now as all that melts.
Yeah.
Man, condensation is not a good thing. But let's talk about this. This cold weather just makes me think about getting outside in the summer.
Right.
Like, I need to focus on something positive, like a nice deck.
This
or a
from
paver
somebody who's going to
patio.
Florida next week.
Shh. I'm trying to set the mood here,
Oh,
David.
did you already? Did you ask off? Did you clear it with
I did
the
clear
boss?
it. Good question,
Here's
though.
the thing, though. He doesn't have to clear it with Dayton. Just does what he wants anyway.
Okay.
He comes and
running
goes,
it.
comes and goes as he pleases.
Oh, goodness. Listen to this. Here we go.
Okay.
All right. No, but seriously, this is a time of year we really should start thinking about that because projects get booked out, right? Like,
Yeah.
I can't call you on June 1st and say I want a patio. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, if you're calling June 1st for a graduation party.
Yeah.
But maybe next year's graduation.
Right. So let's talk about Outdoor Living Unlimited. What can they all do? What do you guys do?
Yeah, so I'm booked here for Outdoor Living Unlimited, but I also know that this time of year is a big condensation, cold, and all of that stuff. So we can talk Siding Unlimited as well. My brother and I, Aaron Brown, Aaron and I, we own both companies, but Outdoor Living Unlimited, 2016, we started it. And really the big thing was we were doing decks with Siding Unlimited, our carpenters. In fact, our production manager, Kevin, and myself were the ones that were doing a lot of our decks. And then we decided, you know what, we wanted to expand and like decks, Siding Unlimited handles the exterior of the house with the siding, windows, roofing, doors, gutters, all of that stuff. And we thought decks kind of leads into the hardscapes, the outdoor living aspect of things, because when we design a deck, generally we're designing a deck with a landing area, with pavers, with an outdoor kitchen or a fire pit. A lot of times a fire pit with a deck, next to it. But multiple areas and multiple scenarios where people can entertain and enjoy the outside. Even screen rooms, all of that stuff ends up being a part of it. So the decking, we just kind of spun that off into its own business with Outdoor Living Unlimited. So in 2016, we started that. And I'll say this, you mentioned the time of the year, and we want to get outside, and that's like what's great about the Midwest and the seasons, and why people like move back, like they get tired of the same season over and over again. Yeah. So Florida's great for a short term. Yep. Arizona's great for a short time. But really, the seasons are really, really, really nice. But it's hard to get outside and enjoy being outside when it's this cold. Go on to Instagram, go to Outdoor Living Unlimited on our Instagram page, and you can scroll through all different pictures, videos. We have drone footage of projects. We've got testimonials, but we've got a lot of images of different projects that can really spark ideas. And then bring those ideas to us if you want a project done this year, and we can start putting designs together. This is a great time for the designing phase because we're kind of bogged down indoors as homeowners too, that we can get this type of stuff knocked out and then get on a schedule and then up and running spring and summer. We're creating a whole, basically blowing up your whole backyard and creating something cool.
Here's another thing. If you're going on a vacation and you see that theme that you like, now come back and call and say, okay, I figured out what I want it to look like because I want to replicate this time I spent in Cancun, or I want to replicate this time in Fiji or wherever you're going. You guys can make that happen. Outdoor Living Unlimited.
We can make it happen. And if you want palm trees, there's actual, we can order up. We don't make these, but we can order metal fabricated palm trees. They look like palm trees. They can stay out there all year round. You don't have to worry about them growing or falling apart. No, they're really phenomenal. People a couple doors down from my house have them, and it looks really cool.
Nice. All right, we're going to take our first break. We'd love to hear from you. The Siding Unlimited talk and text line is 855-616-1620. It is a Fix-It show on WTMJ.
The only place to get this.
Every twist and turn you could possibly dream of is playing out tonight. Are you kidding me?
With some of this.
We are the Bucks, Justin. You're a member of the team now. Okay. Well, I have the tattoo on my arm, so I kind of am.
Get it all on Bucks Talk, your all-encompassing Milwaukee Bucks postgame show with Justin Garcia and Brandon Snide. Only heard here on the home of the Bucks, WTMJ.
I'm Zach Emmons with Creative Construction of Wisconsin. Are you seeking an experienced, award-winning contractor who provides unmatched plaster and stucco services? As part of the 6th generation of our family-owned company, we have served the area for over 90 years, handling all types of stucco, interior, and ornamental plaster work, from small repairs and remodels to large residential projects. Creative Construction staff have the skills to deliver quality results. Featuring NARI certified professionals, our craftsmen match all plaster and stucco textures, adding custom touches as needed. Call 414-397-4072 or visit callcreativeconstruction.com for competitive pricing and a personalized approach. Creative Construction of Wisconsin. Cutting-edge stucco and plaster techniques with homegrown family values. Call 397-4072 or visit callcreativeconstruction.com.
Before you go looking for an area rug that you'll have to settle for because you think that the one you really want will be out of your budget, come to Design Exchange, where you'll find a formidable selection of Oriental, Persian, and other wool area rug choices at 25 to 70% off retail. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
If you're trying to find really good, high-end, distinctive furniture, the kind they just don't make anymore, then come to Design Exchange. But you better get here quickly, because the best furniture we take in on consignment doesn't usually last long. It may be vintage, it may have once been out of your range, but now you'll find it's priced right. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value.
Design Exchange.
We've saved our clients over $19 million in real estate commission. I say this because that's a pretty big number. But at Century 21 Benefit Realty, it's really not about being a top volume agency. Over here, it's more about you. And at 1.9% commission and no more than $19,000 commission, for the listing side of your sale, no matter what size property you're selling, you will save substantially. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated. First off, our 1.9% commission structure helps get their foot in the door, and that's why agents like working here. But what they really like is having the strongest marketing tools available, with the resources to help them sell homes at the highest prices to satisfy their clients. Century 21 Benefit Realty offers what agents like most, and that's to help them be successful. If you really want to believe in the business model that you're representing, give me a call. I'm Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty. Call me, and let's talk about your future. Each office is independently owned and operated.
If we don't know the answer, we know someone who does. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Dayton, Kane, David Nason, and Eric Brown on with you. Eric Brown walks in and he goes, "Is it Def Jam artist?" Right away he knew. I'm like, of course. So he's got his hip-hop skills down. He's got the skill set down.
He was listening.
My cheat sheet was right in front of me.
Yeah,
You're wearing the sweatshirt.
Saw my sweatshirt. Okay, 855-616-1620 is the Siding Unlimited talk and text line. Let's go to Bob in Greenfield. Good morning, Bob. What's your question?
Well, good morning. I'm interested in building a gable roof over a portion of a yet-to-be-built paver patio. The area would be about 14 by 14 with a 612 pitch on the roof. I was just curious, how would Eric recommend constructing or installing the columns? And would that construction change if I tied the roof of this patio area into my house roof?
Yeah, so
the column question there.
Yeah, I mean, not to get into too much detail as far as the talking about design and right down to the little things on the air here. The hot points would be that your columns are I guess stacked, supported, but on footings, so that and so if you have a paver patio now, but there's no footings where your columns are going to land, you're going to have issues with the ground moving. And even though your patio might look like it's not moving, if that's the case, if it looks like that patio doesn't move from year to year, it does. The pavers, when they're put together and put together tight, they actually will float together. They'll move together, so it doesn't really look like they might be heaving. But frost will move that pad, and if they're done right, they'll move together, and in the spring they'll settle together. But that movement would create, if you just put your columns on that pad without any support below that, any footings, that's going to wreak havoc on anything you build above, any weight you add to it. So we use helical piles or helical piers. We use they're steel pipes with a helix on it, and we drill that into the ground.
It's like a big screw.
It's a big screw. It's a big, yep. And we drill that into the ground, and then we have a computer readout that reads the torque, so it feels how tight it gets. And once we reach our torque levels, then we can stop and we can build on that. And that's enough. We do a little printout. We send that to the inspector. That's enough for us to pass building inspector. They're clear on that. Then we can build up. Then the next big detail is tying into the house and definitely the right flashings. So the right flashings from the roof structure to the wall, and making sure that water's not going to get in there and cause all kinds of havoc to this, cool structure you just built.
Well, and you really want to make sure that you have those footings right if you're tying into the house, because if that starts settling and pulling stuff off the house, that's going to be a disaster.
Helical piers or concrete piers, that should support it, but you're right about tying in, whether it's turning into a vertical wall, so now you got step flashings, kick-out flashings, or an over roof where you got valleys and tying in. So there's a lot of different possibilities of what you need to look at.
Right. And then even if you're building the deck if you don't have a deck, or you're building a deck above that pad and then the structure, I mean, then your ledger board has to be tied in correctly with the right fasteners. Otherwise, that could fall. I'm on the morning blend from time to time on TMJ4, and that's where it's really nice, where I show images of decks that, not our decks, but I call them disaster decks. You can Google disaster decks. You can Google that, and you'll see where the ledger wasn't fixed properly. My best guess on most of these decks where it's new construction was the siding company, whoever did the siding, the carpenters that did the siding, went through and just tacked the ledger board onto the wall so they could go around it using probably 2.5-inch nails. And then the decking company came on thinking the ledger's there, we don't have to fix it, and didn't run the right fasteners,
leg bolts or screws,
legs, to fasten the deck, and then eventually that's going to give way. So,
but to his question, I mean, it needs to be supported. So whether you use the helical piers, which is probably typically not something a homeowner can do. A homeowner could dig holes and pour, use the cylinders and pour concrete and then support it. But the other thing is the connection that if you're using probably 4x4s or 6x6 posts, those should not really be in contact with the ground. You got to use some Simpson ties and things to lift them up off the concrete or off the ground as well.
Yep. And with the helical piles, we're up off the ground. We have a connector on the bottom that gets us up off the ground. And I believe it's 6x6 posts now. 4x4s are kind of out the door.
I don't know. If you're building a structure with a 2x4 wall, that's a 4x4. So I guess I know decks for sure
are all
have a 6x6.
6x6,
right?
And
but for a wall structure, a 4x4 might be.
That might be all right. Yeah,
might be all right.
All right. Thanks for the call. Keep them coming. Siding Unlimited talking text line is 855-616-1620. It is a Fix-It show on WTMJ.
Is outdoor living limited at your place? Well, imagine a deck, a patio, pergola, fire pit, maybe even an outdoor kitchen in your yard. Outdoor Living Unlimited is a local, family-owned company that consults, designs, and builds these things. They're the best. Let them make outdoor living unlimited in your yard like they did in ours. We are Wisconsin. We live outdoors as much as possible. Make the most of it with help from Outdoor Living Unlimited. See OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Winning in the NFL comes down to the basics, blocking and tackling. In retirement, protection and income are the keys to success. Simply put, if you're nearing or in retirement, you can't afford a stock market crash. Hi, I'm Mitch Lyons. Having played on winning teams with the Steelers and Falcons, studying game film was a key to success. Now I'm a best-selling author and star in a new groundbreaking documentary film called The Retirement Deception. It unveils how the Wall Street machine has been deceiving us for decades and proves you don't need to risk your nest egg in the market to have the retirement you deserve. This film shows you exactly how to protect your retirement from stock market drops and produce more income than you thought possible. I want you to watch this film for free. Call today for your free copy of The Retirement Deception. I think you would agree 30 to 40 years of saving for retirement is at least worth a phone call to watch this film and see how you can improve your retirement. Call today to speak with an all-pro retirement specialist to get your free copy of The Retirement Deception. Call 844-763-2837. That's 844-763-2837. MitchLyonsWealth.com. Your best game plan to protect, grow, and win retirement.
Looking for the most popular answer. What's the worst thing about Wisconsin winters? Gina Della from Pella.
Finding a sitter when snow closes school. Yay! It's the time of the year when we just want to be all warm and snuggly at home. And Pella helps make your home as beautiful on the outside as it is comfortable on the inside. With inviting doors to let friends and family in and beautiful energy-efficient windows to keep the cold out. Celebrate the new year with 0% interest for up to 3 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply.
At Grunberg Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
I'm WTMJ's Sandy Max. What makes senior living at Three Pillars so special? Let's hear from Three Pillars resident Lola.
I had seen a lot of retirement places. In a minute, I drove into the driveway coming into Three Pillars. I was sold. The grounds are just beautiful. The management are just incredibly kind people. That mood permeates the atmosphere to me, whether it's the staff, the people that's serving in the restaurant, and the residents themselves. It's just a lot of caring, kind people.
Schedule a tour today at threepillars.org.
More of your questions next. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
I'm probably one of few people who are enjoying these bumpers today. Thank you, Isaac.
It is not Yacht Rock.
It is
and
not
the boat
Yacht
show
Rock,
is
for
going
sure.
on this weekend. I'm disappointed you're not doing Yacht Rock.
855-616-1620, the Siding Unlimited talking text line. Eric Brown from Outdoor Living Unlimited and Siding Unlimited with us. We do have a text that says, I love the show and have listened to it for years while eating breakfast on a Saturday morning. I learned so much. So thank you for that. Just a little compliment. We'll take those whenever we can get them.
Thanks for listening.
I like having fun on the show and talking about stuff, but yeah, every once in a while we throw out some decent content that people can learn from.
I mean, I admit it, love having the guests on. We have these great conversations. I do also look forward to the hours when we don't have any, where Dayton and I just get to talk about a lot of stuff. So it's good to have those filtered in there. We're going to go into a stretch here where we have guests for a long time, so that's good.
But Eric's just like one of the show. He's on so much with us. He's just part of the show. So let's talk about, if we go to outdoorlivingunlimited.com, because the website is just the name of the company, outdoorlivingunlimited.com, and we fill out a form.
Yeah.
How long really is the process to get the design, get the when should people start thinking about planning their project?
So if it's on us where everything is like boom, boom, boom,
and the customer's not taking their time.
Yeah, right. But everything is boom, boom, boom. Like they come in, design, we meet again, we give them a proposal, they sign a contract, and then it's go time. And then depending on the project, we're probably looking at if we did a design right now and signed a contract in a few days after the design or the same day as the design. So something happens in January, we're probably looking at April. Probably an April install.
Okay.
And then the time of the install can be anywhere from, if it's a flat out deck, if we're taking down a deck, or if there's no deck there, whatever, that could be a few days. And then the extensiveness. Now, if you start adding different pieces, so decking and pavers would be two different pieces to it, because we have two different crews that would be coming out. If you add a sunroom, that's that's another piece. If you add an in-ground pool, that's another. I like saying with Outdoor Living Unlimited, those projects then can be anywhere from a couple days to a couple months. I mean, it's no different than like an addition on the house or doing something else. If we're replacing a door on your house or a couple windows, that could be a day or a couple days. If we're residing it, all right, now we're looking at a week or two. And if we don't do additions, but if someone's doing an addition or a kitchen remodel, we don't do kitchen remodels. We stay on the outside of the house. But now you're looking at what could be anywhere from 6 to 12 weeks, depending on the project.
Sure.
Outdoor Living Unlimited, we do all of the stuff on the outside, and so the more you add to it, the more that's going to add to the time frame of the project. Most people understand that. Some people think, man, you've been here 4 weeks, and it's like, well, yeah, we're putting in a pool, we're doing the pavers around it, we're doing a deck, like we're blowing up the whole backyard. There's a lot here.
So you're telling me that to do things right takes a little bit of time.
Takes a little time.
Yeah, because I don't remember who said this or somewhere. I didn't make this up. If you can't afford to do it twice, do it right the first time.
Yeah. So call us. We'll do it right the first time, and then you got a bunch of money. Then you got a bunch of money left over. If you're afraid to, if you could afford to do it twice, because we're going to do it right. And you know what? Here's the big thing, and this is Outdoor Living Unlimited and Siding Unlimited, and it's about doing it right the first time. We really have good crews. We really have a good team, from design to our office staff to our sales staff. Our install teams are fantastic. They really are. I'm very proud of the fact that, Siding Unlimited this is our 31st year in business. Outdoor Living Unlimited, in the last break I mentioned 2016. So this is the 9th year that business has been going on. And I will say right now is the best we've had across the board, top to bottom, all around our company, including installation. But that doesn't mean there's no human error. I do feel like we've reduced the human error down to a minimum. But the fact is when somebody calls and questions something, we're going to come out and answer it. If we have to adjust something, we're going to adjust it. So we're not going to leave anybody hanging.
Another half hour with Eric Brown from Outdoor Living Unlimited. Get your calls and texts in at 855-616-1620. We go to the WTMJ Breaking News Center with Sean Brinda. Good morning, Sean.
Thanks, Dayton. A $1 million bond is set for killing another inmate. 30-year-old Devontae Caraway is charged with first-degree intentional homicide in the death of fellow inmate Joseph Lee back in December. Caraway is accused of brutally attacking Lee in the day room at the Racine County Jail. Lee died the next day. Caraway is currently being held at the Milwaukee County Jail. If convicted, Caraway faces a life sentence plus 2 years. And another headliner comes to Camp Randall. Country music star Morgan Wallen will be stopping in Madison for the I'm the Problem Tour 2025 on Saturday, June 28th. Special guests include Miranda Lambert and Ella Langley. Tickets go on sale January 28th, which is next Tuesday. The show will come before alternative rock group Coldplay comes to Camp Randall on July 19th for their Music of the Spheres World Tour. Those tickets sold out in hours. All right, take a look at your roads with your WTMJ Johnson Sons Paving Time Saver traffic. No major incidents on the road right now, except for one incident, though, at I-43 North of Wisconsin, Route 145 at Fond du Lac Avenue. The left lane is blocked due to a crash at this time. Authorities are there to clean up the scene at this time. But other than that, roads are looking pretty clear in Milwaukee. All right, time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Tonight's going to be gradually clearing skies. It'll be cool and breezy with a low of 11 degrees. Sunday will be sunny and breezy and chilly with a high of 26 degrees. Monday's going to be windy and partly cloudy with a high of 38 degrees. Tuesday will be breezy and partly cloudy with a slight chance of evening snow showers and a high of 38 degrees. Wednesday is going to be partly cloudy with a slight chance of light snow and a high of 34 degrees. Right now in Eau Claire, it's 25 degrees. In Palmyra, it's 20 degrees. And in Milwaukee, it's 23 degrees. I'm Sean Brenda, Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 8:32.
Hi, folks. This is Hank Albert, owner of BBC Lighting. At BBC, we sell all the top brands of lights and ceiling fans, such as Visual Comfort, Tech, Schoenbeck Crystal, and hundreds more. We get every brand, and our prices are the lowest. I guarantee it. In our award-winning showroom, you'll also find factory closeouts with lights and fans priced well below their original cost. If it's lampshades or repairs you need, we do all that too. There's something for everyone at BBC, including fun for the kids and our famous free popcorn. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 10 to 4, and located at 20th and St. Paul Avenue, across from Sobelman's, near the Potawatomi Casino. Stay safe and healthy, my friends.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Greg Matzik. Have you been to the Hounds and Tap yet? In Menominee Falls, this state-of-the-art facility and the ultimate hangout for hounds and humans. Grab a drink at the indoor-outdoor tavern, let your dogs hang out. You can even book professional grooming services, from pedicures to full spa treatments. Every day is a play day at the Hounds and Tap. Hang out with your dog and others, or drop your dog off for doggy daycare or doggy boarding services. Check out thehoundsandtap.com. That's thehoundsandtap.com.
Just like most cars and trucks can't run without oil, no person can function without food. That's why through March 1st, the Auto Dealers of Metro Milwaukee is contributing $1 from every oil change to Feeding America, Eastern Wisconsin. Every dollar provides 3 healthy meals. Over the past 14 years, Adam has provided more than 2.6 million meals to people in southeast Wisconsin. And now the need is greater than ever. Find a participating Adam dealer near you at adamm.com.
If it needs fixing, we can help. It's the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
So Def Jam doesn't have all hip hop. We got a little pop dance going.
Oh, Rihanna.
Okay. 855-616-1620, the Siding Unlimited talk and text line. Don't forget, you can find the Fix It Show podcast on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. Eric Brown here from Outdoor Living Unlimited. A couple of texts came in. One says, does Outdoor Living do small jobs like fencing for grapevines and grading around a house or shed?
So, let's talk about sometimes what we do and then also what we don't do. The fencing, like our crews will build fences. We'll do a lot of the hardscapes, like the construction work that would be outside. I mentioned decks, pavers, outdoor kitchens, the retaining walls, fire pits, water features,
pools,
in-ground pools, the screen rooms, covered porches. I mean, the list when it comes to construction building stuff, we're so customized that we do almost everything on the outside of the house. When it comes to landscaping and grading, not us.
So somebody comes in after. You guys build everything.
I'm strongly shaking our head. Yeah. Not us. We're not. We don't have a green thumb. We can swing a hammer, And so when it comes to the shrubbery, we'll when we're done with the project, the yard's going to be torn up a little bit, depending on the extent of the project or something like that. If we're bringing in heavy machinery to move earth. We'll
do restoration.
So we're gonna leave the yard with topsoil and seed
in the ruts and things.
Yeah, we'll take care of that stuff. We'll clean up after ourselves, no doubt about it.
Right.
But fixing the grading around your house that we talk so much about.
Yeah, that's
not your forte.
That's not us. That's landscaping. That's not us.
Yeah.
If even and then.
So you'll fix the grass you mess up, but you're not planting bushes. You're not putting in grapevines, as they mentioned here.
And we've got a crew that'll if we're adding bushes and stuff around our project, like we can do that. Like if it's part of the big project and we're just adding, we've got a crew that will handle that. But if you're calling us to regrade like different things, that's not our forte.
Okay,
it's construction, outdoor construction, hardscapes.
Another text asks, what is the service area for the two companies?
So great question. Actually, that's a great question because I wanted to talk about this. So Milwaukee area. So Milwaukee, probably like West Bend, Port Washington. If you drew a straight line like across the north side of our boundaries, probably right around there. The Wisconsin-Illinois border to the south. Obviously, Lake Michigan holds us up from doing anything further east, but we'll go to the lake. And then west, last year we opened up a showroom in Madison on Stoughton Road. And so if you're Oconomowoc and west, if you're Oconomowoc, our showroom in Brookfield is probably 25 minutes away. Our showroom from Oconomowoc in Madison is about 35 minutes away. So if you start going a little further west, like Watertown, Lake Mills, if you're listening today, yeah, we have our showroom out there, but we're also at the Madison Nary Show at the Madison Marriott West in Middleton.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll be out there tomorrow. We're there today, but I'll be out there tomorrow from 10 to 4. So if you're listening and you're out there and you want to stop at the home show, we'll be there. I'll be there tomorrow. But yeah, then we go because of our showroom in Madison, we go another hour west of Madison. So we really cover a lot of southern Wisconsin, and we've got crews the way things have structured our crews. We've just done a fantastic job of growing that and then growing the geography around with our crews, with our solid crews.
And that's both companies?
That's both companies
for that coverage area?
Yep.
Okay.
Both companies. So if you, I say this, but if you go on either website, sidingunlimited.com or outdoorlivingunlimited.com, and you put in your contact information, that actually comes to my phone. So I'll see where the interest is being generated, and it's pretty cool because it might be something like, I think this last week we got a call for windows in Jackson, Wisconsin, so north West Bend area. I got a call from windows in Pleasant Prairie, so south Kenosha area. Got a call for siding in Verona, called decking in Sun Prairie, a couple of decks in Oconomowoc. So that's what's coming in. We've got crews that, we have crews that live in different areas, and they'll travel about an hour, but we have them all over the place, and they're solid guys. We get pictures daily. They send Aaron and I get pictures daily from our crews, so we constantly see the production and the quality of their work. And if we see a question, we shoot it out there. Hey, can you adjust this? Or hey, when are you going to get to this part? And so the technology that we use behind the scenes for our homeowners projects and for our installers to continue to get better we utilize all of the technology we can.
Excellent.
855-616-1620, the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talking text line. We do have a text here that says, I have a AZEK deck, and the wood grain effect gets very slippery when snow and ice are on it. I'm wondering if I can put salt on it and not harm the decking. I'd like to keep it cleared to get the barbecue grill as an emergency egress from the house.
So
yeah, they want to barbecue in winter. We live in Wisconsin.
Or a plastic shovel. I wouldn't use a shovel with a metal edge on it.
Yeah, you do not on any composite deck or any deck at all. Don't use a metal shovel or a metal edge shovel, like a plastic shovel with a metal edge to it.
You're going to damage it.
Yeah. I don't even like using those for my concrete driveway, but but for decks and composite decks, a plastic shovel, if it's wet, a squeegee works really well if it's just wet.
And if it's really light snow, a couple of times this year when we just got my blower, my Milwaukee battery operated blower blows it away.
I did the same thing with about a half inch of snow and it cleared it away pretty well. But really that's just keeping up with your deck. So if you end up with 6 inches, 8 inches of snow on it from a couple snowfalls, you got some ice. That's like anything else. Even your driveway, if it builds up, you got to work at getting it down. But if you maintain it and you're using it throughout the winter and you stay on top of it, plastic shovel and then a squeegee if you wanted to, if it's just all water. I wouldn't throw salt on a deck. I wouldn't throw it on there if you did it like once. It's not the composites are different though. You got to make sure you know what you're doing because there's capped composites that could hold up against maybe if you throw a little bit out there once in a while. Maybe once, like I won't do it on my deck, and
if you wouldn't do it, probably shouldn't do it. And it's probably if you look at the warranty, there's probably something in there about that too. I would guess.
Right. But then there's other deck products that are not capped composite, like not capped, and now you're dealing with and these are usually older decks, but then that salt is just going to eat away at that stuff.
That'll stain it too.
And stain it.
Yeah. Yep. All right, we do need to take a break. 855-616-1620. We'd love to hear from you. It is the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
Visit family-owned Ken Michaels Furniture and our in-store design centers where you'll still find beautiful, luxurious, heirloom quality American-made furniture. Right now, save 30 to 35% store-wide and take advantage of our complimentary design services. Whether you're moving, renovating, or updating, our designers will help your vision become a reality. Visit Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield on Capitol Drive and in Greenfield on Highway 100 to save 30 to 35% store-wide today. Sleep better and save more with mattresses from Milwaukee Mattress and Ken Michaels Furniture. Handcrafted in our Milwaukee factory, our mattresses utilize natural materials like cotton cushioning, which dissipates body heat, Joma wool quilts for warm wintry nights and cool summer evenings, and natural latex providing superior conformability and pressure relief for aching joints. Stop in today at any Ken Michaels Furniture store and save up to 50% compared to national brands.
If you like being prepared like I do, you know the value of a generator. When the power goes out, it's a terrible inconvenience. And that's why Quality installs effortless whole home generators that give you power when everybody else's is out. This is Anthony Zanevsky from Quality, where you'll get the signature service you deserve and whole home generators that make power outage fears subside.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality, heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric. When your pipes burst, water heater's leaking, drains backing up, or whatever your plumbing problem is, the reliable plumbers at Quality are on hand 24/7 to fix your plumbing problem with fully stocked vehicles and lightning-fast response times. This is Anthony Zanevsky. Call Quality first and get the signature service you deserve to fix your plumbing problem ASAP.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality, heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
Hey,
it's Jason Wilde for Excel Custom Decks. I at least like to think I'm an expert when it comes to football, but I know Excel are truly experts when it comes to the art of deck building. With the finest materials and products combined with their superior craftsmanship, they'll deliver exceptional quality and value on everything from backyard decks to pergolas and outdoor kitchens. If you can dream it, Rob and his family can build it. Family-owned Excel Custom Decks delivers decking excellence by design. Visit excelcustomdecks.com to learn more.
I'm Dr. Jasmine Zapata, Chief Medical Officer for Community Health at the Wisconsin Department of Health Services. Every year in the U.S., about 21,000 lung cancer deaths are caused by radon, an odorless, tasteless, and colorless gas. 1 in 10 Wisconsin homes has high levels of radon. Does yours? Call 1-888-LOW-RADON or visit lowradon.org to learn more. Test, fix, save a life.
Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
We may not solve the world's problems, but maybe we can help solve some of your homes. It's the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
Why are you playing this? It's not yacht rock.
This is Lionel Richie. He was on Def Jam for an album. Interesting. All right.
That wasn't what we talked about during the break.
Right.
He put out one album on Def Jam, and it seems like it's his worst reviewed album.
All right. There we go.
Well, you didn't have to.
Eric Brown from Outdoor Living Unlimited on with us this hour, and Siding Unlimited, which is our sponsor of our talk and text line at 855-616-1620. What kind of cleaning solution do you recommend for a composite deck? It's about 2 years old.
So the safe suggestion is to whatever deck you have, go on their website and find what they suggest for cleaning solutions. The other safe alternative, the safe route is Dawn dish soap.
Okay.
And I recommend that for decking, for vinyl siding, for siding. I mean, it's just it's a soft. If you're going to use a brush, I prefer a rag, but a very soft bristled brush for any exterior products. For any real products, and if you have anything harder than that, really test it on a small area. Mainly for painted surfaces, you don't want to take something really abrasive to it. Mm-hmm. But even some of these, if it's on a warm day, a hot day, Wisconsin not so much because we don't see 90 that often. But the vinyl and the polymers do soften in the summer. So a soft bristled brush. Dawn dish soap, you're in pretty good shape. But to piggyback that, if you want your deck to look nice the longest, and keep maintenance low in that, but then just have a regular schedule where you're gonna just keep your deck clean. If it looks like it's getting a little dirty, go out and clean it up. And if you do that regularly, you'll keep that deck looking nice, or siding or anything looking nice longer for sure.
One of my favorite
maintenance.
Maintenance, yeah. You got to do some maintenance.
We talk about that every
but
once
you
in a
say
while.
it's easier. You're doing it more often, like once a year, twice a year, but it's a lot easier than if you've let it go for 5 years and now you're trying to take
now
5 years of
oxidized
stuff.
So if you want to talk about no maintenance, I mean,
there isn't.
The stuff that we have outside is outside. So there's a mildew can grow off of dirt. So if the dirt accumulates on the house and you get mildew that grows, it's not the product that it's
not a food source.
It's not a food. The products that we put on houses is not a food source. It's the dirt that goes on there.
Sap.
So now, if you have a deck with a capped, like a AZEC deck, capped composite deck, and you don't clean it, you don't take care of it, I mean, the deck's not going to fail. It's just going to look awful if you just never touch it.
Drive your car around for years and never wash it.
Yeah.
What's it going to look like?
Gosh, look at my truck right now.
Yeah, right. But
it needs
at some
a car
point you'll
wash.
wash it.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah, if you never washed it, if you never clean the inside, it's going to be, it's an investment.
Yeah.
Whether it's your car, whether it's your deck, your house, everything. It's a big investment. So take care of it. Do a little bit every once in a while, and you won't have to do big stuff.
Like my deck, my deck is in position where it gets a driving rain. It sees a driving rain once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
I've had it now. This will be my third year with this deck, and I haven't taken Dawn dish soap to it or a power washer or anything like that, and it looks fantastic.
So if it gets a driving rain, it probably also gets sun.
It does get sun. It gets
So
a
that
driving
helps,
rain,
yeah.
so that helps, and
Yeah.
it helps keep it clean that way. But if
Right.
you start seeing stuff build up, get
It's
out there
those
and clean
places where it's shaded a lot
Shaded,
and
yes.
just
A lot of trees.
enclosed with trees and
Messy
bushes.
trees.
Yeah,
and-
in the corner of like a house, and the deck goes into a corner where a lot of debris from wind just builds up.
Yeah.
You know, then you got to
maybe
get
got a
out there
big
and clean it.
overhang or something there too.
Yep.
Maintenance. I love it. All right, we're going to take our final break. Eric Brown from Outdoor Living with us. You can find them outdoorlivingunlimited.com, sidingunlimited.com. Both companies can help you on the exterior of your house. It is a Fix It Show on WTMJ.
He's going to fire up a three for the win, and he hit it! Game time has arrived! He has done it again! Cash Money Middleton to the rescue! Lobs to Giannis, who flushes it in. Lillard, three-pointer for the lead! It's game time! Giannis takes it down the lane. He'll lay it in with another foul. Oh, baby! The Greek freak is unleashed.
The sound of the Bucks is here on the home of the Bucks, 620 WTMJ.
Eric Brown and his crew from Siding Unlimited can fix whatever's wrong with the outside of your house. How do you know what's wrong with it? Well, look for these trouble signs. On your windows, paint peeling, wood rot or damage from condensation? How well do they operate? Got mold on the storm windows? Siding have any dents, holes, or chips, paint, or color issues? Is the caulking cracked? How's the flashing? Roof look okay? How about your doors? Decks are another place for critical inspection. Maybe you'd just like to have a new one. While Eric is here on the Fix It Show, you'll see that he knows what he's doing. He's president of Siding Unlimited, but that's not a desk job. He's out there working with the crews, inspecting people's structure problems and fixing them. Siding Unlimited will fix yours too. Make a note to contact Siding Unlimited after the show's over, of course. Look them up online at sidingunlimited.com or see Siding Unlimited's unique outside-in showroom near Gerke's Corners in Brookfield.
Winning in the NFL comes down to the basics, blocking and tackling. In retirement, protection and income are the keys to success. Simply put, if you're nearing or in retirement, you can't afford a stock market crash. Hi, I'm Mitch Lyons. Having played on winning teams with the Steelers and Falcons, studying game film was a key to success. Now I'm a best-selling author and star in a new groundbreaking documentary film called The Retirement Deception. It unveils how the Wall Street machine has been deceiving us for decades and proves you don't need to risk your nest egg in the market to have the retirement you deserve. This film shows you exactly how to protect your retirement from stock market drops and produce more income than you thought possible. I want you to watch this film for free. Call today for your free copy of The Retirement Deception. I think you would agree 30 to 40 years of saving for retirement is at least worth a phone call to watch this film and see how you can improve your retirement. Call today to speak with an all-pro retirement specialist to get your free copy of The Retirement Deception. Call 844-763-2837. That's 844-763-2837. MitchLyonsWealth.com. Your best game plan to protect, grow, and win retirement.
Great Midwest Bank has document imaging technology from James Imaging Systems, a 100% locally owned and managed business technology company. The bank's IT systems administrator, Michael Quizan, comments on the value of local.
We call on them at any point, they're there. We ask them any questions that we have, they're there.
James Imaging Systems, local business technology solutions, local support, local accountability. Luther Gray, Director of Ticket Operations and Group Sales for the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra.
If an issue does arise, they're very prompt, polite, and professional. It makes me feel empowered because I find it very easy to resolve something.
James Imaging Systems client, Al Leidinger, President of Matheson Manufacturing, summarized the benefit of local.
James Imaging has been a really good partner with us from the beginning.
Go with local. Go with James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. Making it a great Fix-It day. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Okay. This artist performed with a Def Jam artist. You thought this might fulfill yacht rock. What are you? I think you lost your mojo, Isaac.
It's Lil Yachty.
Oh, it's Lil Yachty again. All right. All right, let's wrap this up. Eric Brown from Outdoor Living Unlimited on with us this hour. And 2025. What do we? This is the first show you're on with us this year. What are we expecting out of this year? What are some trends? Maybe how do you think business is going to go? I know you're not Kreskin, you can't predict the future, but what are you seeing out there? Kreskin from the Tonight Show, Johnny Carson.
Oh, okay. I remember. I didn't remember that it was his name. Sorry.
We're getting a lot of positive feedback in this first month, and then some of the trends that we follow over the last probably 60 days. It's been trending to make 2025 look like a solid year for projects. So with that being said, and then I watched a webcast with PNC Bank, and they had their economic guys on there talking about things, and they're bullish on the year. It's just being a solid year moving forward. And then of course you can get into interest rates and that the expectations of those to drop a couple times this year and free up some money. And I know they want to introduce some more money into the system because of just natural inflation, not what we just went through the last few years. Right. So all of that stuff from an economic standpoint that I see, all the micro events inside of our company, all of that stuff points to a solid year. And what that just tells me as far as answering a question like what homeowners or what people should think about is getting on the books early. If you're going to do a project, because you don't want to go with somebody that's available in 2 weeks or 4 weeks or 6 weeks. Like if they can install as soon as product is in their hands, they're not busy enough. And there's a reason why they're not busy enough. And now that's a risk. And everything we do is expensive, whether it's a $5,000 project or a $500,000 project. It's all value. It's all important to everybody. So we have to take that if you're spending any money with us, we want the value to be there. We want the installation, the products, the service to be there for you. And with that, because we're on the air and we announce who we are, we get a little bit of a backlog of work. But, you've been looking at this project for a long time. You're finally going to do it. We can wait a few more weeks to have the right company come out to do it right so that 5 years from now, you're looking at, we're glad we made that decision, waited a few more weeks to have the right company do the work versus hiring somebody that was quick at the moment, and now a year and a half down the road, we're calling and we can't get a hold of them, or they're in jail, or that's a real story, or they're not responding to any of my stuff. Yeah. So it's finding the reputable company. The year is it's the right year. Economically, it looks like it's the right year. I really like I said earlier, I really like our team all around, the whole organization. So I do feel like we're the right company, and of course I'm going to get on the radio and say that. But the reality is the proof is behind us. It's there.
I think if you go to Outdoor Living Unlimited on Instagram or the website outdoorlivingunlimited.com and look at the videos and the photos and the things that you guys are doing on that side of the company, I'm like, wow, we do that. That's really cool.
But also,
it really is.
Also Instagram on Siding Unlimited. Yeah. But what you can do is you can see our work in real time, like right now. Like these are the projects we're doing. This is the results that we're getting.
The reviews we're getting.
The results we're getting. So if you call us, we're not showing you projects that we did 10 years ago and we don't have those crews anymore. In fact, we're showing you projects, what they look like right now. There's a video of what they look like now 10 years later, and we still have those crews. Yeah. So the house still looks fantastic. It's been 10 years. It's holding up. It's doing what it's supposed to do, and we still have those crews to do the work. I mean, that's just we're at a really cool time. If you're looking for a project to be done, we're a solid company to perform that.
Always good to have you in.
Thank you, guys.
Good to see you again.
Sure. Have a good week. Go enjoy this nice warm weather we're going to have today. Right? 33 degrees.
Well,
crazy.
It's actually supposed to warm up this week too.
Yeah, right when I'm leaving to Florida. It'll probably be colder down there when I get there. So
I won't see you till March.
I'm going to be gone the next 2 weeks, So should we say who's filling in next week for me?
Let's leave it a surprise.
A special guest coming in next week to fill in for me.
You're right. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Have a good couple weeks.
Hey, thanks, you too.
That does it. Rose Gray coming in next with the Fox World Travel Show.
This has been the Fix-It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests, and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
This change has leveled us up while being able to maintain the same quality of service that we've always provided, with no upfront fees and 1.9% real estate commission. We're proud to be part of the Century 21 family.